Hello, everybody, and welcome to our show. I'm Anya with Restream Marketing, and today I have everybody in the house. This is our Ask Me Anything with our developers. And for quick introductions, today with me is Alex Bichok. He is our head of product. He's visiting us in Austin, Texas. That's why he is with me in the studio. We also have Alexa. He is our lead engineering manager and also the lead for our clips on the technical side of things. And he's also in charge of a lot of things that we've made in terms of Restream APIs. So that's why he's here and he's going to show you a lot of cool things. And last but not least, for the first time on air, Andrew, our CTO. Hello, everybody. How are you guys doing?
Hello.
Hello. Yeah, I'm doing perfectly fine. I'm crazy nervous, but I'm good.
Who else is nervous? Are you nervous?
No, not at all. So we have a lot of nice updates, so I'm excited to share with everyone. Yeah.
That's awesome. How about you, Andrew? How are you feeling?
Yeah, a lot of exciting news.
A lot of exciting
Let's
news.
jump into it.
Yes. So we are based in Austin, Texas today. Normally not, but today we're in Austin, Texas. Alexa is in Lisbon, Portugal. And Andrew, where are you now? Tell us.
I'm in Tallinn, Estonia.
Perfect. So we have a very international team here. Everyone is joining from different places, and we are super excited. Of course, this is Ask Me Anything. So your questions are the core of this show. So be sure to ask those questions. But while we're at it, please remember to subscribe to our YouTube channel. We're growing it as fast as we can. So this little subscribe action really helps us a lot. If you're watching us somewhere else today, because we're alive on more than 23 channels. I believe we're live on like about 25 or 26 channels. We are also streaming this to Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, LinkedIn, and X. So if you're watching on one of those platforms, please make sure to give us a like, a follow, a share. And of course, if you have any questions for us, we are going to be taking a lot of those questions. We will start with acknowledging some folks from the chat. So let us know in the comments, where in the world are you watching us from? And let me go ahead and real quick see what we have.
Okay.
Let's see who is checking in today. I'm just going to go to the chat. All right. I have Sean. He is saying hello, giving us a little hi. I see. Let's see who else we see. Entering the matrix from Max. I do think that that's our Max from our team. This countdown is sick, according to Grant. Grant is our moderator in YouTube today, so we're super excited. Thank you so much for helping us manage the comments. Love the intro, says Becca. She is also on our marketing team. Hello, good to see you. Hello from that's hard to tell. Mention Network. Very good to see you here. Reluctant creators. Feeling nervous often indicates that you care. That's true. Alexa cares so much. And I care too, even though I never get nervous. But that's just experience. I love how everyone is picking up on this nervousness team. So don't be nervous. You are the best you that have ever been. Yeah, that's true. Alexa, you really rock. Eugene, Oregon is where people are watching from. Another hello from Oregon from Grant. This is Trevor, says hello. Trevor, where are you watching us from? I would like to know. Katie is saying greetings from Portugal. That is our Kate on our studio product team. Hi, good to see you. USA, Indianapolis. Tailed facial system. Very sunny Birmingham, United Kingdom. Is it really sunny there today? Because I believe you. Hello from Norway, from Ivan Music Man. This is so good to see you because you're back. Hello, incredible, warm and sunny London. Incredibly sunny. Ukraine, Kiev from Elena. Good to see you. Awesome. Oh, I know why she's there. She's watching her nervous husband going live today. Really good stuff. Hello, Finn loving friends. Fish Fin link is here. That's awesome. Chattanooga, Tennessee from Sean on our support team. Good to see you guys. Some paired channels are checking in. Denmark is saying greeting from other side of the world. Good to see you here. That's awesome. USA, used to have Restream. Now I don't use it. I'm reluctant, but I'm listening to become another member again. We are hoping to convert you and convince you today. This is our mission. Greetings from Detroit, and once again, hello, Fish fam. It's really good to see you guys. Awesome, great stuff. Oh, hi from San Francisco, says CQ. Good stuff. All right, so let's jump straight into it. Our topic today is Restream's developer portal. So this is something new that we built recently in order to enable builders and creators to do more with Restream. So at developers.restream.io is where you can find it. And we're going to give you a quick demo how to navigate that space. So Andrew, take it away. Why did we build the portal? Why was it important for us to create the developer portal space for everybody?
Thank you. So very excited to show you around the developer portal. And the reason we built it is we are seeing more and more demand, and especially nowadays in like this AI, it's getting simpler and simpler to build. And there is so much more we can do with Restream, but there is as much as we can add in the product itself. So we hope to expand and like let you build, your the features that you would like to see that maybe are not like all in Restream, or maybe some of the integrations. And again, with AI, it's getting more and more possible, even without any like engineering skills. You can just ask your AI agent to build your some integration with Restream. Let's say, I know you are using some storage where you would like to see your recordings. You can just ask your AI agent to, hey, get any recordings that I get from my Restream to my, let's say, Google Drive or my box or whatever. So, yeah. But let's
Spoilers are
let's
coming in.
jump into the
Yeah,
portal.
let's see what we've got.
Okay, yeah. So you can find our docs and developer portal either like from the product, or just if you go to Restream.io on our main landing page, there is a little link for the developers portal in the footer. So what you can do here, of course, you can look at all of the documentation that we have, and this is just the beginning. So we really hope to expand it like more and more, and we do look at your requests. So whenever you feel like you need some specific API methods, not just like what we have here already, but what we would like to see. Because again, this is just the beginning. So we have our website with the feature requests, the ideas.restream.io. Feel free to drop it there, or feel free to share it with our amazing support team. They can also help with that and can record your requests, and we will of course prioritize based on like how many people requested. What we have in the Restream API already. So of course we have the authentication. It's quite default open authorization tool, where you can just get an access token for your account, and then you can, with that access token, you can do a lot of things with your account. Starting from just like getting some basic information about it, or getting the stream key so you can stream to your account with some integration or some third-party encoder. You can also connect to our like streaming WebSocket to get updates about your like channel statuses and so on. You can work with your channels. You can list your channels. You can get some particular ones. You can also add channels, which is for now it's limited to only like manually configured channels. So we don't have those like integrations just yet where you can connect your, let's say, like YouTube account with Restream. Yeah, but you can already add it as, for example, a customer TMP channel, or some other platforms where we don't have an integration yet. But I'm really excited about this, and I hope we will share more news about it soon, and it will also be available. Then the big thing is, of course, the events. So you can you can manage your events with API. For now, it's still read-only, but you can already like manage the events you created on Restream. You can list all of the like upcoming events or the events that are currently live or the history of events. And you can also get a bunch of data from it, like especially in terms of event recordings, for example, and you can already download them. You can also use API to manage your video storage, so all of your uploaded files, and you can list them, you can download them. Very exciting thing also for me is our clips, where you can also manage your projects and download them. And we have an expanding, and I hope that it will be expanding more, the section about Studio, where you can already manage what's going to live on your scene inside Studio via the API. Yeah, and except of this, yeah, we also have the chat API where you can connect and you can listen to all of the messages you receive on all of your channels. And of course, to work with all of this, you will need the authentication. So you can create your application just from here. Quite straightforward. All we need to do is just drop some name, upload the logo optional, and select the scopes you would like to use. And yeah, that's pretty much it. That's where you get the credentials. And after that, you can continue with authenticating and using the API on your account.
Awesome. Thank you very much. That was a great overview. I'm actually very happy that you showed how to do this for people who are experiencing this for the first time. And thank you for the overview. So now you everyone gets an idea of what's possible. And during this show, we are going to give you some specific examples with specific pre-built workflows of what we have already done. So you could kind of follow along or steal the ready to go workflows from us, which we'll be sharing in links or in upcoming little video guides. Perfect segue, because we mentioned Google Drive and grabbing projects, whether clips or recordings from our Restream accounts, right? Like from your Restream account, and connecting them into Google Drive. That is actually surprisingly very popular feature, something that we had a ton of requests for. Those are just some quotes that we got from you guys on our Canny, which is where we collect our feature requests and feedback for a product. I'm actually going to show you real quick where you could do that. It is at ideas.restream.io. That's where you can submit or upvote things that you would like to see in Restream. So those are some examples of you guys asking us for the ability to automate the transition of your recordings and other things that you have in Restream into your Google Drive. So we made it happen, and our very own Alex is going to show us how that works. Let's go.
Hello everyone. So it's the time, and I will show you some demo how I used like API to create some simple project to manage recordings and move them from Restream to Google Drive. So this live demo is always scary. So if something doesn't work, it will not work. But yeah, I hope my prototype will survive our stress test during the live. So we have a simple video storage, few recordings here, and now we are going to application which I built using V0. So I didn't write any line of code. It was just, I don't know, 20, 30 iterations. It's not much. So the flow is simple. You just, this button is working. So we're starting by connecting your Restream account. So you just sign up to account which you want to get your recordings from. So I just
allow.
Yeah, and basically we see a list of recordings which we just witnessed like on the previous screen. So to make it like more simple, I will pick up probably this recordings which is like the shortest one. It will like be exported much faster. But to do that, we need to connect Google Drive at first. So just simple open authorization, like few steps, continue. Sorry about this loading screens. Yeah, and here we have like folder, so we can specify a folder and name it, I don't know, Austin
Live stream.
livestream. Oh, okay.
Austin live stream. Yeah.
So it's not
nice.
prepared. I will like just for a second. Here's the list of like my folders on Google Drive. So it should appear here as well once I click create. So we have some loader, we have Austin live stream. So we just click simple on the recording and we'll export the video recording and also the audio as well. So it should like process for a couple of seconds. We already should have both of them in our storage. So let's see. Oh, I see Austin live stream. So
yes, I see it
halfway
too.
is done. So
Okay.
and yeah,
here's our recording.
yeah, and you can download it from here if you need, or you can store. Because with like, why people asking about this specific feature? Because in our storage we have limitations, so we are not storing recordings forever. So you need to go and download them or reuse them. Yeah, so with my example, which I built, it's simple. You need to do it manually, but you can like do it automatically by like running some scripts on the background, which will check automatically restream upcoming streams to check the like recordings and download it after and put it to your Google Drive. So nothing is complicated here. So the flow was simple. How I did it. So I just open it. Okay, developers Restream. It's like should be here. We need to developers Restream.io. I go to the documentation, and what I just did, I just go and get like LLM full file. So what is this file about? It's like all the API methods in via MD file for the API tools, so they know like all the methods, how to like to run them and everything. So we are going to copy paste this and go, for example, just a second, open V0, simple example. So what I want to build, I want to build recordings like using, I don't want like to type too much, but like let's just, for example, to build recordings export from Restream. And a few more words is like, here's the API details.
That's awesome. And then you just basically
I just paste it.
And then it's just going to do it.
Yeah, and it's currently researching what is possible to do. In the meantime, I just go to the application sections, as Andrew showed. We go create new application, and after that we will use this secret client ID and client secret. We will have them as a variables on the V0, so it will be nobody, because it's private information. You can't just put it on the internet.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's simple as that.
I love it. Actually, I'm very happy that you showed. I'm actually going to go to the Q&A session from here, unless you want to share something else on your screen. I think you're good, right?
Yeah, for this example.
Yeah, I'm very happy that you showed exactly what else you need to do to make this happen, and that you use V0, right, as an example. Let us know in the chat if there are like some other tools that you are more familiar with and you find more helpful, because we'd like to know for the future if we want to show you more examples and more tutorials and guides. But how you showed it, it looks so simple. So basically, even someone who doesn't know how to code, so Alexa is nervous to go live. I'm nervous to open anything that involves code. I recently got access to our company's GitHub, and I think both Alexa and Andrew now sleep less and worse because I can be dangerous enough in GitHub, even with certain level of approvals. But even for somebody like me who just has a vision, an idea of like, yeah, it would be really helpful for me and for my marketing team to get those recordings from Restream storage into our Google Drive, where then our editors and our marketing team, our social media team, our social media ghostwriters could actually access this information and then just work with both clips or recordings, it looks like it works, right? Like it looks like it's something that I could simply follow along, which is really, really exciting. We are super excited about your questions, guys. Please ask in the chat what anything related to what we just showed right now before we transition to Restream Clips API. So we're going to take a few questions and then Alexa will show us some more magic. Let's have a look in the chat. And while we're on it, a little reminder from our producers. We are using live clips right now, and this is one of our new features. You can actually create highlights from the stream that is still live. So while you're broadcasting, you can immediately share highlights and create this excitement, this bite-sized content, appear in vertical feeds, find new fans, and funnel them back into the show that is still happening. So it's not highlights after the show, it's highlights while you're still live. We just got one of our batches of new highlights and the new clip has just been posted. So this is for you just to see in action what live clipping could look like and how that could serve you and your community. All right, let's have a look at our questions in the chat. Ooh, lots of pins. Let's have a look. Okay. So I am going to highlight a few questions for you guys. Since we have multiple technical people here, I'm just going to serve the question and you guys figure out who wants to answer it.
We will fight for
if
questions.
that sounds good. All right. Okay, please remind folks the built-in VPN effect of using Restream. It doesn't forward your IP address to the platforms, so threats can't see that. Who wants to take this one? Sounds like an Andrew question.
Okay. Yeah, I will take this one. So it's not exactly API related. It's it's just a reminder that so Restream serves as a delivery machine basically for all of the content that you send, and the platforms are, I mean, they are receiving the video signal of live streams. They are receiving it from Restream, not from you directly. When you stream with Restream, yeah. But thanks for the shout out, Big John.
Yeah, totally. I wish that we could see the number of thumbs while live broadcasting. Do you mean, if you can clarify this question? I see there's like an additional information there, so let me have a look at this one, because I wonder if you mean like just the reactions with thumbs up or likes or
yeah.
the thumbnails. Yeah, thumbs can be a lot of things depending on how you look at this. I also wish that we could see the viewer names in green for members and blue for mods, while streaming other streaming services show in color. So I think that's a chat question, right? Like it's more or less like a chat or viewer counter thing. Because where do you see names? We mostly see names in the chat, right? Alexa, do you want to comment on making a little bit more differentiation between folks you see in the chat, whether it's a super chatter, your moderator, basically your own person, or someone who is coming in and taking it from the audience?
Yeah, so I think that's question specifically about enriching our chat a bit more to fetch all of the different states that user can be in, like moderators, viewers, best viewers, I don't know, because there are now on YouTube, there are those top viewers actually. So yeah, that's definitely something that we can look into. We first will need to make sure that all of the platforms share that with us. And as long as they do, we will be able to bring that into Restream as well.
Awesome. Real quick, there's a question here. Is this already the time when we can ask the questions to the devs? The whole show is entirely that time. So absolutely, please ask your questions. And if you want to specify who specifically you want to ask the question for, if it's going to be for Alexa, who is more on API and clips type of things, Andrew, the CTO, pretty much everything, or Alex, the head of product, feel free to drop the name. We will serve the question directly to them. Good stuff. Did you have one that you wanted to?
Yeah, I see this like for Mario need advice like how to start.
This one?
Yeah, this one.
Okay, for someone getting started, so I'm assuming that's the Vizero, right? The one that you use. Vizero, the best to start with. I've heard Lovable is a great product to start with too. Lovable is our customer. They're using Restream to stream their vibe coding sessions and shows, so we love them dearly. But yeah, what's your take?
So there are so many tools right now on the market, and to be honest, like there is no like a big difference which tools you will choose. It's something you're more comfortable with, or like your friends are using and can't like show you some around if you're completely new to this world, or like you just saw the video tutorial on YouTube and you want to replicate some steps like using this specific tool. So it could be anything. It could be web-based like V0, Lovable, web coding, and other tools, but it also could be something like Cloud Code, Cursor, and many other tools which you can like download on your computer and start like creating apps locally.
Yeah, so basically, desktop Claude is going to be like an option as an alternative.
Yeah.
Okay, that's very cool because that's what I use, and that's the only reason why I can do anything in GitHub, because I have Claude, and I can actually ask what I need in plain English. Basically, what Alex was showing earlier when he was basically typing like, "Hey, this is what I'm trying to accomplish," and then copying and pasting the API information into it. So that kind of gives the tool everything you need from your vision, which of course Claude or any other tool doesn't know. So you have to kind of like explain it a little bit, but then all the technical information. And if it usually, and correct me if I'm wrong, if it needs some extra details, it will tell you, right?
Yeah,
But for the most part, it'll be
course.
like, oh, hey, I'm actually missing this thing. So that's something that you can easily go and fetch from either our developer portal or by contacting our 24/7 live support, and our streaming engineers and support technicians can help you find that information if it's available, or tell you what else you can do as a workaround.
Yeah, but make sure you don't paste any like private information into the chat right away, because so they have most of the tools have like a specific variable system when you can like specify this is like my Restream API key, this is my Google API key. So in that case, your private information will be isolated from everything.
Yep. Awesome. We have some questions from ET2595. So we're going to take some of them. And then after that, we are going to transition to our little demo of API for clips. And as we're talking about this, more live clips are posting.
Yeah.
So let's take some questions. ET, will there be the ability to filter out certain streams, in example, membership streams, or I guess streams that are behind the paywall, right, that you have to pay to access, from analytics, preferably with toggle in the overview list? That's an interesting question. What do you guys think? Is that something that people could be able to program through the API tools and basically like modify the way our analytics works?
So I still not sure what is membership stream.
Yeah, I have no idea.
It's the streams. No, I know. I have an idea. Well, and obviously, correct me if I'm wrong. Some people have streams that are public for everybody, and then there's some streams that people basically create as unlisted, or they have a paywall for that. So certain streams are not like just wide open on all platforms. People basically try to charge for them or have very limited access. So when you look at the analytics right now, it's all the streams. But imagine if this specific show was only for developers, for example, right? And we had like specific access to those people. How is it possible with new APIs and developer portal to create kind of like a separation in analytics and basically mark the streams that are kind of more closed special group paid versus the streams that we do like as big announcements for everybody, something like that?
I don't have in top of my mind that it's already possible, and we don't have it like in our upcoming like request, but it's like a really interesting idea. So we can like submit it on the ideas Restream.io.
Yeah.
And like
provide
more details, and we will like look on that. Maybe we will find a way how you already can do it, but like without Restream API, maybe with some other platforms API. So
yeah, maybe there are a few tools that we can connect to it. Also, reminder, our analytics, the brand new analytics, are super new, right? Like we just launched them a few weeks, maybe months ago. I think we launched them in February officially during the live stream. So it is a brand new product. We are working on it as we speak. So all those requests are super important because our product lead on analytics, Matt, is checking Canny every day. So ideas.restream.io is a great place for you to share what else you would like to see in analytics. And if you connect that to developers portal and our APIs, even better. We'll definitely see what we can do. It's just very, very new and rebuilt right now.
Yeah, and like just I will add just a few more to this. Like recently we did like interesting silent launch for the analytics. It's not available for all the users, but if you open and try to look on your past streams and you find some magic tab, so you will understand what I'm talking about.
Awesome.
Yeah, regarding this question, I also wanted to add, so yeah, while we don't have the filter in the UI yet, we already have it all available in the API. So you can search through the entire event history that you have. Of course, in this pagination in the API, but it's a minor detail. So you can get all of the list of all of the events you had from your history. You can filter them out based on the channels you stream to, or based on what you had in the title or description for those events. Maybe your, as like those called membership streams, they are unique in terms of titles, descriptions, destinations that you use. And you can just filter them out. And then if you want to browse analytics, you can probably ask your AI agent to create a page where this filtered out list will just point to like Restream.io like /streams/past/ ID of that event, and then it will just open it.
Forgot about highlighting the speaker, but now we remember. Another great request for studio team to make this automatic. There is a question about our disconnect protection. I really like this feature because it's actually on one of the features that we have on our custom plans, as far as I remember. So that's more for professional studios, broadcasting, media, and those kind of creators. But can you clarify how disconnect protection works? Does it log in immediately as soon as the drop occurs, or spinning circle on YouTube, or only after spinning time when stream is about to die? We need an expert on stream disconnect. Who wants to take this one?
I guess I can take this one as well. So disconnect protection and backup streams, they both work in a very similar way, where if your stream will be about to drop, or like when you have several inputs, right? So you can have several streams inputted into backup stream. You can also have your disconnect protection videos that will play immediately after all of your inputs are down. And so the question here is like, are we going to see this like spinning circle? Ideally as little as possible, or actually ideally none. So it's not frame perfect switch when your stream goes down, but it as close as frame perfect as possible. So you should not see the spinning wheel. You might see a little bit of a switch, for example, between two of your streams that you stream into backup stream, or the stream and the video. It might be like not frame perfect, but it will be very close. And I would say that probably for 99% of your audience, it's not going to be even noticeable.
Awesome. Thank you for that. Great question here for studio people. And of course, fortunately, we have Albichok, who's very familiar with Studio. And I'm very familiar as a user, so I completely get the use case. Will the API be able to dynamically change, like add overlay or announcement box to not just the host, but also to the guests as well? So do we have any plans for the API to be able to change overlays and just kind of like control the studio graphics?
Yes, it's like a very exciting question, because like I am really excited about make it possible to do that, because in this case you don't need to stick to like our controls. You can build your own like application on V0 or any other tool, or even have some hardware and connect to it. So with one click of the button, you will switch these overlays easily. So I am really excited about this. We have this on our roadmap, but I don't have any ETA yet, like to share with you. At first, our goal is like to give some basic items, because it's much easier to build and start, and we can start already collecting this feedback. Okay, we have, for example, caption editing or something like that. What would you like to do next with the Restream API, specifically in Studio? So because like the whole production in Studio is very complicated, and if you can split it to the like mini applications, it would be like much better, and you can build your perfect own setup.
Yeah, so it's a bit like build your own sandwich, basically,
Yeah.
with studio features. You basically like put whatever toppings you want, and that becomes your own version of Restream Studio with the same power and reliability that we offer to our out-of-the-box, built-in plug-and-play solution. That's lovely.
Yeah,
And
I would also add that again, like we have our ideas.restream.io. Please leave it there because I mean it's much simpler with the API to create those like API methods, or you can think of them as just like those little building blocks. Yeah, we would like to allow everything that will see considerable amount of usage, so see considerable amount of requests, and we will be happy to add this API. And I would say that with API, it's much easier than, let's say, product decisions. Yeah, if you have some feature request for the product feature, yeah, I would like I know overlays to be switched that way or this way or the other way, and we would be thinking like, okay, like how do we make it happen without sacrificing the user experience? Yeah, because there is so much we can add in the product before it gets too complicated. With API, well, it's much easier. It's like, I don't know, like little Lego building blocks. We can add a lot of them, and it won't be like decreasing the user experience. It will actually be probably improving the user experience with the API. So yeah, so please leave the requested ideas at .restream.io or just reach out to our support, leave it with our support. They can also help with it.
Awesome. Alexa, did you want to add something? Go ahead.
yeah, kind of a similar thought that I wanted to highlight, that's exactly what we are talking about today. That's how our public API helps us to open our system to everything else. So right now, the main way how you interact with Restream is you need to open Restream and click buttons there or type something, use shortcuts. And what public API does, it adds one more way to interact with everything that you have in Restream. And while right now we are still building up those small blocks, adding those recordings, clips, and so on, over time we will reintroduce all the controls that you have visually in the browser into our APIs. So then you can build with V0, you can build with Claude Code something that tailored specifically to you and to what you are trying to achieve. But at the same time, you will be using the same building blocks that everyone else. And because our audience, our users have so many use cases, we will never be able to cover all of that in our interface. But the API will give an option to do that for yourself, or even like for a group of people. We have companies using Restream. They can pre-build a tool that serves specifically their use cases. So now they have something that speeds up their work, that makes their content creation easier. And at the end of the day, that's a goal of what we do here. So
Awesome. Good stuff. Real quick comment here. Yes, could not wait for that feature to change the UI of the host and guest. I know it's early days, but it could be a game changer. That's really awesome. I am going to go ahead and take one more question from our chat, and then we will transition to our little demo for what you can do with our API and Restream clips. And then there will be more questions from the chat. So keep asking. This is the one that I wanted to highlight because it's slightly different. It's not necessarily related to API, but we do have an answer for this one. I would like to have a destination groups where we're able to switch on individual groups of platforms instead of all or none. There are two ways to do it. I mean, in my view, you could use workspaces for that, or you could use Restream drafts or basically draft studios for that. Do you want to walk us through one of them, maybe workspaces, and then we can take the drafts?
So like this is also related to the use case.
Yeah.
So this is like really nice example about like custom use case,
Mm-hmm.
because like our idea of drafts is like to having like different setup for every of your stream. So
Yeah.
you have like set of the channels and the set of the graphics, set of the scenes. So you just open and you're ready to go. But like some people could go use it in different way. They can have like one setup for everything, but like they can use just different set of channels. And like, for example, this is Friday stream, I go to Instagram and TikTok, for example, and on Tuesday I go to the Facebook and LinkedIn. And for that, like a specific use case, it will be more manual work right now without API, because you need like to create workspaces, or you create different just copy paste drafts, and like after that you are trying to manage that. But it would be very hard if you want to have one source of truth where like you have all your scenes, graphics and everything. So yeah, I believe with API it would be much more easy if you can create these custom groups and like just toggle on or off a specific group. Yeah, more API for the channels will come soon. So, and I believe it will be possible to cover use case like this.
Awesome. Yeah, but for now, I think Workspaces is a great workaround, because if your goal is to make sure that the channels are isolated, so basically people who work in Workspace marketing never get access to channels that are working for Workspace developers, the Workspaces do allow you to already achieve that and only have those groups of channels assigned per Workspace. With drafts, yes, it's a little bit messier, because basically you have all the channels that are available on that account. So you can still activate them per draft, but there is access everywhere. But Workspaces do take care of that. Awesome. Quick reminder, we keep dropping live clips, so check them out if you're interested in seeing how they work in real life and in real time. And now to our API for clips. Alexa, do you want to tell us a little bit more about what, I guess we can start with what Restream clips are in general. And the new API gives some extraordinary abilities to clip users, and you're going to demo that.
Yeah. So just as a quick reminder for those who may be new to Restream, what are Restream clips? That's a system that helps you to turn your existing content into vertical, short, engaging viral clips. So for example, this stream that we have right now, even at that moment, there is AI assistant that basically reviewing this video, selecting from it the best moments and reframing this video to show us, maybe zoom in or focus on the screen sharing and so on, and creates those short clips that you can just click a button and they share to all of the platforms that you have. And by that, it can bring even more viewers, more audience to your content. And as we know, especially in recent years, vertical content is getting more and more popular. So just bringing one more type of content will help a lot to grow your audience. So that's the general idea behind Restream clips, and all of that is automated to make your prep time for all this new content shorter. You have control over those clips, so if you want, you can jump into editor and maybe change something to your liking, but it won't take you 3 hours to create those clips. You need like 5 minutes after the stream, or in our case, we have Romario on the background doing that right now.
Right.
And you have tons of content more, and you can get more viewers just from exactly the same thing that you are doing right now. And when we step into the space of clips in API specifically, because that's a new addition. Clips are a relatively new addition to Restream features, and we managed to, as fast as possible, introduce them to our API as well. So Andrew, while showing the dev portal, was showing the section for the clips. So we now allow you to access your clips via API as well, not just go to our interface and interact with them. And with that, you can build different tools, as Alex did, or you can use some automation workflows to operate those clips. And what we actually gonna show up here next is one of the most requested features in our ideas Restream.io regarding clips specifically. This is posting of clips to Instagram. While there are some technical challenges that we're still trying to overcome every day to integrate it directly to Restream, we manage it by opening this up, opening clips to API. We managed to build posting to Instagram using one of the automation platforms. So should we jump into the demo right now?
Let's see it in action.
Let's go.
Perfect. So let me switch the screen, and I hope you can see it. Here, what you can see on the screen, that application is called make.com. There are some analogs like it, for example, NA10. And here, what you can do, you can visually build up some simple or not simple flows. You should see what our automation team is building. So what this workflow will do, the idea is pretty simple. It will get through our API. It will get our latest project. And in our case, that will be specifically this stream that we are streaming right now because we have live clips enabled. It will get the list of clips from there and filter out the latest clip. Latest clip that our co-producers marked as a favorite. It will download it, prepare it for Instagram, and post it as a reel. So, and if any live demo can go nicely, I hope this one will be that demo. When I click this button, it should post the latest clip from our stream to my Instagram. Let's see how it works. This can take some time. So while it's working its magic, I think we can jump in back to the studio.
Basically, you want us back, right?
Yes, I need the backup here because it takes some time to publish clips. But what is nice about it is while Restream right now cannot create posting to Instagram directly, those automation platforms have integrations with thousands of different products. So instead of just giving those building blocks to your Claude code, you can connect it to existing library of tons of other applications. So the use cases that everyone mentioned during the stream, for example, you want to store something to your Google Drive, to your Dropbox, any other storage that exists out there, you can just jump into one of those products. From one side, connect Restream. From other side, connect anything else. And the magic just happens. Yeah, of course, there are some clicking around and so on, but the general idea is there.
Awesome. So while we're waiting, I'm going to go ahead and share a little QR code real quick here. This is the workflow that Alexa built and just shared with us that allows you to pretty much replicate that exactly how he built it. And you can go ahead and basically steal it and use it, right? It has the whole thing. You can either click the QR code, or Grant, our moderator, is going to drop that same link in the YouTube chat right now. So you can also grab it from there. And as soon as the clip is ready, you can check it out on Instagram by simply going to Instagram and finding Restream.io in one word. That's going to be our channel. We're also live there at the moment, so you can also see how our vertical version of this stream looks on mobile first platforms such as Instagram. And whenever Alexa tells us that the clip posting is ready, you will be able to see that clip published automatically through that workflow. How long did it take you to build it, Alexa?
Yeah, the building part, especially the Restream part, was easy. But then there are some juggling with actually selecting the last favorite clip. So it took me like maybe 15 or so minutes. But in general, based on your use case, if that's something fairly simple, just get clip here, put it there. It's quite straightforward. But of course, I've seen people building so much more on top of different connectors. So you can have like branches, you can send it to your grandma via WhatsApp, you can send it to your parents via Telegram, and then all of that will be combined together. You will take a screenshot of that and save it to your Google Drive. So it can be as far as it can go as far as you want. But the simple case will take you 10, 15 minutes.
And for the grandma on WhatsApp, that's additional 15 minutes or so, or I'm just very, very
Um,
interested by this opportunity of sending the live clips of me co-hosting this super technical demo with you guys to Granny. That would be so awesome.
yeah, right now my personal Instagram already have that clip that I posted via the
want to share
Maycom.
it?
You can see it in our private chat.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah.
Let's go ahead and share it. I'm just gonna click on it.
While we given access to our marketing team to access our GitHub,
Yeah,
our development team doesn't have access to our production Restream account, so I posted it to my personal one.
that's fine. I'm just gonna go ahead and share it real quick. Why is this slow? Just gonna take me one quick second, and here it is. Share, share, share. Oh. Okay, here we go. I'm actually going to take us into this kind of view. So that is, and we don't need this guy. So this is basically Alexa's personal channel and the clip that he was able to create through that workflow of this very stream. This is so meta. Does it make sense to you guys? So when we're streaming, he created a flow that will automatically grab a live clip that Restream produces for you, and he automated posting it on his own personal Instagram, because obviously to do it manually while you're still hosting is hard. But with this workflow that you can find by scanning the QR code, you can do it automatically.
Yeah, what I can say now, you can follow Alexa on Instagram.
So yeah,
That's how you boost your page.
this is how you boost your page.
Exactly.
This is awesome. I love that. I love that. This
Yeah, an actually important part to add here, like this QR code that we have leading to this workflow,
yeah,
all it takes you to do is just scan it, copy it to your Maycom. If you don't have account, just create it. That's fairly simple. And the only two things that you need to do that connect your Restream account and connect your Instagram account. And you're done. You can post that as well. So check it out, see if that works for you. And if you want some other platform that may not yet be connected to Restream, you can find it maybe on some of those automation platforms.
That's awesome. I love that. And Grant did drop this link in YouTube. So if you're watching us on YouTube, that's a great way to just click it if you don't want to scan. But of course, completely up to you. And we will add this to the description of this show and to the little countdown, because after each show, we make a little 10-minute version of everything. So that link will be there as well if you want to come back to it later. Let's take some questions, because this is live Q&A and we are all about what you want to know and what you are curious about. So we're going to take a few questions, and then shortly after that, Alex is going to show us another quick demo of captions.
Really?
No?
Of course I will show some.
Yeah, there's another quick demo of what you can do in Studio with our API in terms of automating your captions. But first, your questions. Let's see what we've got in our chat.
Sorry, just for a second. You know what the most crazy part about that stream that we have? That actually, when preparing to this stream, I was using no-code solutions, and I'm an engineering manager in Restream. And the head of product over there sitting next to you, he was actually writing some code. So
that is actually a very interesting thing to point out. I didn't realize that. What?
You see, like, future is here.
The future is here. So soon I will be doing the job of Andrew, and Andrew will be hosting streams.
Yeah.
That is
exactly
going to happen. I love that. I love that. All right. So here's one quick question from YouTube. While streaming on YouTube Shorts Live, links don't work in chat. Hopefully they fix this for future streams. So let's see. When you're streaming on YouTube vertical, I guess, if you have links, they will not work. I see. So that's related to our dual format streaming, right? Like, so if you're watching us on your horizontal or landscape version of YouTube, then the chat allows you to click links, because I can see that those clickable links coming in from Grant. But if you're watching on vertical, they're not clickable. That's an interesting observation. I actually didn't know that. That's good to know. So for those, I guess the only workaround I can think of is, since we were showing this QR code, which I'm happy to drop one more time, that's for Alexa's infamous workflow for Instagram, how to automate your Instagram posting of live clips. So you can take a screenshot, like a picture of your vertical stream that you're watching right now. And then if you have an iPhone or maybe some of the modern Androids, I believe do the same thing. So basically you can then hover or press on the QR code, and that should turn that into a link. At least that's how it works on iPhones. I do believe that Androids have some version of that as well. But that might be a workaround for you right now. But that's an interesting thing to notice. I did not realize that that the links are not clickable. But it makes sense, right? Because obviously the platforms don't want you or your viewers in particular to leave your stream. So they're trying to, especially on mobile devices, to keep them engaged for as long as they can. And clicking links can get distracting. So that's probably why they decided to keep it this way. Makes sense. Will you take a look at the clips editor? Currently, not very usable. Every slightest modification triggers minute-long recalculation process of auto-framing, which makes working online difficult. My slight modifications for the note. It looks like it's an Alexa question. Alexa, what are your thoughts on the clip editor?
Yeah, so sitting here in the room with a bunch of C-level people from my company, I'm still deciding should I do spoilers for some of the features that we are working on or not, but probably I will. So we have in the works new version of the editor, and I'm not promising any ETAs, but we worked on the editor a lot, and it should get much better than we have it right now. So stay tuned. We are working on that. We will let you know.
Lovely. That was not a really bad spoiler. I thought I was expecting more like scary information drops, but no, that is that makes a lot of sense. Here's another question from Roigo. Which languages are supported, and do you have solution for RTL? Who wants to take this one?
I think it's also related, like the question is related to clips, at least. I saw it arrive in chat when we were discussing the clipping.
Totally.
So if I'm not mistaken, right now we have around 100-something or 80-something languages that our AI recognizes. That's definitely not the complete list, but that covers most of it. And then the RTL, that's definitely a nice suggestion. That's something that we would like to see in Ideas Restream.io. We haven't thought about it, but it definitely has place in the product.
Awesome. Love this. And Sean checking in here and saying yes to spoilers. So you got a permission from literally everybody. That's awesome.
Perfect.
Question about chat and the ability to highlight individual chat messages on screen as you do from Studio, which is what we're doing right now. Will that be available to user outside of Studio, in example, through browser source for OBS users? Or is it Studio only? So currently, of course, Studio only, and a great reason to switch from OBS to our very own Restream Studio, browser-based, super easy, super helpful, very good for guests, and very good for overlays, like chat overlays or questions or any other graphics. But browser source is coming. Anyone wants to drop some more spoilers? On that?
I
think that's you.
That's
you. Yeah, that's a you thing. And of course, Andrew and Alexa, you're welcome to add on if you have anything else that people should know.
So I will drop like small spoiler that we started like testing it internally, and it's not available to users yet. But if you there is like a small secret how to get access early. If you go to Ideas Restream.io and upvote this feature request, there is a high chance that you will get access one of the first people and play with browser source in Restream Studio.
That's awesome. I love that. Also, I want to, before you guys if you want to add anything on browser source, there's a little addition from our product lead on clips regarding the editor's question that we just answered. And Romario says that the new editor that's on the way, that Alexa slightly spoiled, is going to be 10 times faster and 10 times more reliable. So that's something to look forward to. Awesome. Any more thoughts on browser source, guys?
Yeah, also, I think if we plan towards more of an API subject here, what can also happen is we can expose some of this data via our API, and then using V0, like Alex did, you can build your own browser source for OBS, and you can create it exactly as you want it. So I don't know, would that be just a single message highlighted by what you click on your Stream Deck, or just the complete chat? Even right now, we have API to read all of the messages from chat. So just feed it to V0. It will create for you small HTML page that you can embed into your OBS, and that's your highlighter for messages.
I love
You
that.
can even power it with some AI to highlight the questions or something else based on what is your use case.
Yeah, I wanted to add, like, I know, Alexa, you and I kind of talked about this when we were trying to brainstorm some use cases for API, and I was very curious about chat. We're not going to be covering chat in too much detail today, but since, as Andrew and Alexa already mentioned, the developer portal and the API right now is in a very early stage. This is literally the infancy and the inception of what we're trying to build and to open up for you guys. So as we expand and add on more abilities and superpowers to it, one of the things that we kind of tossed around with something that I would find very valuable is if we could grab chat messages, let's say certain chat messages that I star or my co-producer stars, and turn them into automatic posts, like on X or on LinkedIn. So basically turn the message from the creator, from my audience, from my viewers into posts in addition to live clips, right? So that could create this really cool content machine. So while I'm live, not only my own content that turns into clips becomes more engaging and adds on and publishes automatically, but also the comments and the interesting insights, maybe interesting feature requests, interesting use cases and examples that my viewers are sharing also can become content. So something like that, according to Alexa, is possible. So yeah.
It's almost possible because currently we don't transfer like pinned messages to the API yet. So this is only one blocker which like stopping you from doing that.
Yeah.
But like what you like just described, it's like the perfect use case, and it doesn't need to be like create post. It like by using some tools like Alexa share it, or like with the V0 you can like create nice screenshot with like nice your like to create beautiful content while you are still live with these questions and everything. Yeah, really nice idea with pinned messages in the API. We can like kind of look on that from different angle now.
Today.
Right
Right after
now.
this stream.
And for OBS, it will work perfectly because there are no pinned messages, so no problem.
Absolutely. So I just wanted to say that answering this question in particular, so that was like, it was about OBS, and we don't have, I mean, there is no pinned messages in OBS, yeah. But what we have in API at the moment, like you can read all of the chats, you can build logic to, react to them differently. You can also build some logic to highlight the messages the way you want to, or show them the way you want to in terms of like visuals, visuals, transitions, and so on. So you have the full flexibility, and I would say that like today's coding agents are like super good at that. So you can already like, despite the API being in early stage, I would say like it's already there. You can already do it with it.
That's awesome. No, that's really good. That's really good stuff. There are a few more questions that we will definitely take. I guess I'm going to take this one because it's been there for a little bit. This is regarding trivia questions. So we're going to take this one and then we'll transition into another demo that we want to show you guys. I have a trivia game that uses the API to get the YouTube chats, also connected to chats, which is how the players answer. So basically trivia, interactive polling trivia type stuff. Very, very common request. I'm wondering if I can also push messages to the chat using API, something like Anya is the winner. Who wants to take this one? Because obviously Anya is always the winner.
Yeah, I can take this one. So yeah, that's one of the things that will come later as we expand the API, because right now you have just a read-only chat. You can receive everything, but you cannot send them. But again, the more building blocks we introduce, we build up towards opening up more and more features. And this one, I'm pretty sure, will be a really popular one. So again, stay tuned. It's not yet planned specifically this feature, but having it in Ideas Restream.io and especially uploaded will help to push it faster.
Love it. Awesome. All right, let's go ahead and show folks some more stuff.
Yeah.
Are you ready,
let's go.
Alex? Let's
Yeah.
do it.
Let's-
Captions demo. What you can do with API and captions in Restream Studio.
Yeah, it's a very short demo, so okay, I need to move
Yourself in the center.
Yeah, in the center, also laptop in the center. So
Okay.
let me just share my screen. Just a second, not this one. And this one you would close, like another one. Yep, we'll go to the Restream. Entire
Ready to pull
screen.
you in.
Yeah, just a second. We don't need system audio, so we are ready to go.
Whoop.
Okay. What can I need to hide this really quickly. No.
You got it. It was a blip. Quick second.
So another like exploration of AI tools. This time for this specific demo, I use Glaze application. This is like a new tool from Raycast, which is currently closed beta. Say hi to Raycast, guys. And I was like, while I was exploring the beta version, I decided to build something simple for Restream use case. And since we have like new API, so I just built a simple tool which allow me to like get list of my captions, like switch between my brands. We have brand folders in Studio. Not all of the people are using them, but like it was much more popular sorry, before drafts. But currently, yeah, and to edit, the idea is that like to edit and prepare for the live stream, you don't need to have to open the studio. So you can just open and say like Wednesday. Today is Wednesday.
It is.
April 8th, like save, and it will automatically pop up in Studio. The same like with the tickers and QR codes. What is currently not possible yet, it's like just to create caption from this application because it's not in the API yet. And another part which will be open once we have this, another item which will be possible to do with apps like this is like mass importing of your captions. So imagine you have a list of the prepared questions and you don't want to go to Restream and like enter them one by one. So instead of that, you will just have a one button click, you will paste your text, and we and your application basically will convert all this text into Restream Studio captions. Or the same with the QR codes. So
that's very helpful.
It's like one of the ideas how you can use Restream API to create like tools like that. So basically, with the most important part or the most exciting part about AI that you can automate anything. So this is like a great example with the automation process, because you don't need to have like few tabs open it where you store this text. After that, like you need to open the studio or click create button, and after that like add the text, after that save. So there is too many actions, and like the AI could simplify it so much. So that's why we are like working on this API, providing more methods, and even it's hard to imagine the ideas what you can already build with it, because it's like you don't have any limitation. And when I was preparing to the live stream, I said like I opened my Claude and said like, okay, here's the API, I will be running the live stream, what should I build? And it like gives me like 5 use cases, which I was like, okay, I haven't like thought about that. It was something related to chat, and another was like for studio. And I was like, okay, this is so exciting. And like I want to add to like release all these new methods much faster, but unfortunately, so we need to do like it step by step. So we have some already on the way. So yeah, all the updates will be in our changelog. So follow our changelog, submit your ideas, and we would be happy to improve Restream for you.
And just like this, I'm going to show you the caption of ideas at Restream.io, where you can submit things, and Restream.io/changelog. It is super valuable to have the option to actually download and upload all captions as a batch, because a lot of times, at least with our streams, we keep building up on those captions all the time. And like certain things we just want to keep, certain things we want to change, and like the ability to automate this a little bit would be so cool. And just like, because even like deleting and adding new captions all the time definitely is a lot of manual work. So we would love to make it easier for our creators in the future. Speaking of the future, I am going to go ahead and take a few more questions from the chat, because we definitely want to make sure that everything you guys wanted to know, and while you have access to our tech team, you use it and you take advantage of it. But we would love to know what you want to build with Restream API. So in addition to questions that you have for the team, we can use this time in this space to hear some of your ideas of what would be valuable for you. What would you like to see if in 2 months, let's say we did another Ask Me Anything with our developers regarding our API? What would you like to see demoed? Like, what should we prepare to demonstrate? What should we prepare? What should we build, right? So to make this more valuable for you, for your workflows, and for your use cases. So let us know in the chat what you want to build with Restream. And now to our final rounds of questions. Let's see what we've got. So there's kind of like very like small question that I definitely want to make sure we take real quick here. 1 second, not sure what happened with our, let me go back to this one. This is a slightly better outline layout. So we have a question why it doesn't show icons when the camera is off. I think you're talking about our audio only. So if we turn off the camera, it should turn into your avatar that's talking. And if you turn your camera back, you're back into live podcasting or live video mode. You go to your settings to update your avatars. And if it's not there, then that's the first place to check. If that doesn't work, I would say reach out to our support team, and they should be able to look into this for you, because we absolutely do have those little icons whenever your camera is off. It was a very big release 2 years ago or something like that, when we were creating those audio only streams. So we're definitely welcoming audio only content, and those talking circles, we're very, very excited to share them. So definitely let us know if it's not working for you. It should be. It's something that we need to just fix for you, because it's definitely there. There is a clarification question on the browser source. My question regarding OBS browser was not about displaying chats, but how to manually pick individual questions from the stream and show only that one on the screen. So I think this is more, it's kind of deeper, right? Like it's about automating the selection of chats. What do you guys think?
Yes, but like, Alexa, do you want to take this one?
Yeah, I still think that plays kind of into those a custom app that you want. So from just speedballing here, so for example, you can ask Claude to build a first, like, or Claude, whatever other agent, to build the first app that shows you just every chat. And you have this not included into your stream, you just have it on the side. And then you see the question that you like and you want to highlight. So that's manually pick individual question. You will have a button like highlight this one, and you will have the second small app that you actually embed into the stream. And when you click something in your first general chat overview, it will tell your other app to show it on the screen inside the OBS. So that's a pair of applications that you can write with any agent, and our API already has all the capabilities to allow you to do that. If I understand it correctly, but sounds like it.
Yeah, I have the same guess. Or also you can give a try to Restream Studio. We already have this lower sort with highlight of the question right here.
It's always better to just switch to Studio. Honestly, when the question is, can we do this in OBS? Can we build an API and then an application in Claude in order to do this in OBS, if it's already nice and shiny in Studio, maybe just give it a shot, right? You don't have to run every single live stream in the same tool. So some streams are probably better for OBS, depending on your use case. But for a lot of these things, especially if it's very interactive, Q&A based, audience based, featuring guests, Studio is really just a magical tool. So we definitely recommend you check it out. Good stuff.
Sorry, just to add one more small thing here. What Alex was showing, what he did with V0, just dumping the whole documentation into it. You can try to do the same with some of the agents that you use and ask those questions to see maybe it can spin up, give you some ideas how you can present it, how you can implement it, and if something is missing in the API, you know where to find us and ask for help building something new. But just be open to asking those questions, and by using AIs, you now can ask our documentation, is it available or not, or ask AIs to find some ways to do it for you.
Awesome. Love it. I'm going to have an ultimate multi-chat moment here because I have comments from 3 different platforms at the same time. So I'm going to take them one by one. First is Charles checking in from Facebook saying thank you because it's really cool to do audio-only streams. That's when we demoed how you can turn off your camera and still have a talking avatar and still make your stream look beautiful, even if you don't want to turn your camera on. It's really cool. An API to send, this is, I guess, answering the question, what would you like to build with Restream API and what should we demo and prepare next time? An API to send background music or sound effects that can be heard by all guests included. So that's a good one. So I'm assuming that's going to be both guests and audience or only guests. But either way, API for music and sound effects. What do you guys think?
So as we started this stream, that like any idea could be possible in the future, but with this specific one, if I like understand it correctly, to separately send it to guest only, probably it will get less attention from our team right now, since we will be focusing more on production features than like custom workflows of like how to do that. So also I might not understand this correctly, but yeah.
I think if we are talking about just changing the background music, so yes, of course, yes. I mean, we would definitely like to do that.
Well, and then sound effects, right? Like we don't have sound effects in Studio right now. We have custom music, so you can potentially upload a track that is just clapping or cheering or something like that. Yeah. So that could work as a sound effect. We just don't have like isolated UI or isolated like section for those specific ones. Some people use audio interfaces, like we're using Roadcast Duo. And it does include some sound effects already. So depending on how sophisticated your audio setup is, you might already have that included, and then you just need to press a button like you would do on your Stream Deck. But yeah, I think it's an interesting idea to figure out how you could also build kind of like an API connection to make those things happen without necessarily, just like Alexa was saying, without necessarily clicking things in Restream. You can click them in your other application. And a question from X. So we do the full circle of 3 different platforms to showcase our multi-chat that collects comments and chats from all platforms at the same time in one place. You don't have to click the tabs. Question from Ray here. Can the API be used with Wirecast? Is it an encoder like OBS?
Definitely. And
don't we have integration with
as far as I remember, Wirecast has already integrated with
I believe so, yeah.
Maybe the set of features
I will
limited,
need to check. But... So definitely, like Wirecast and some other encoders, they might not have the event selection, for example. But I mean, it should already have the basic streaming at least. I will make a note to myself to check it, and if not, I will just reach out to the Wirecast team and ask them, hey guys, let's integrate.
I love that. I really like this. Hey guys, let's integrate. There is a quick question on pricing-ish, will the API be accessible to all tiers of users? I do believe it is free for all.
Yes, but there is like note for that. So
Mhm.
there is like API is not included in any of the plans, but there are some features which is like available on the paid plans only. So you can't access them as a free user since you don't have access to these features. It's like, for example, you not will be able to turn on customer TMP channel via API.
Because you don't have access to
Yeah,
customer and
exactly.
TMP unless you are on
Yeah,
the
exactly.
standard plan. And same, I guess, for some of the recordings features that you demonstrated. So recordings that we were taking from our Restream into Google Drive in the beginning of the show assumes that you have the recordings feature, right, which starts on our standard plan. So yes, so there's this limitation, I agree. But the API as on its own and the developer portal that we're demonstrating today do not require any extra upgrades. Cool. Awesome. A few more things on the topic of money. I love how our producer always asks if we should take questions regarding subscriptions, plans, money, payments, prices. I love those questions because I think that the whole point of this live show is for us to be real, to be authentic, and to show up for you guys and to answer questions that normally you might not have a chance to ask, right? That's why we're here. So no questions are off limit, especially questions about money. I like to talk about that. But this is an interesting one. Can we pay for individual upgrades that are studio only to unlock them for OBS too? I don't want to mess with an API if this feature already exists for studio. It's a very Alex and Andrew question, I guess. Is that something that we could do? I guess it depends on the scale and like the size of your company, right? Like if it's we have done this with some enterprise customers.
Yeah, if you're talking about enterprise, we can discuss anything. It doesn't mean that we can do anything, but we can discuss anything. But yeah, this is like really interesting question. So probably what exists for studio.
So like, for example, highlighting chats or starting chats, right? Like, so there's already some technology and some code that allows to do that for studio. So would it be possible for somebody to basically buy that code, if that makes sense, and apply it to OBS through API?
I think the problem
I
here.
think it's all a very complicated thing, and like, I don't like to say no, but but I don't think this is doable. Yeah.
The main idea that we develop Restream, and even though we would like to, we do not develop OBS. So to bring something to OBS specifically, we may need to talk with OBS, or you can talk with OBS. So there is always this boundary: how much can we do, and can we impact other products? We can talk with them always, but we cannot force them to do something if they don't want to do it. So.
And it doesn't have to be OBS exactly, because OBS is very easily extendable. So it could be just like a browser widget inside OBS. It could be it could be an OBS plugin. It just so like why we are building APIs to unlock all of those possibilities. We are not exactly have the ability to include everything in our product. So we would, of course, prioritize based on like needs, based on impact, and unfortunately, to some of the requests, we would have to say no. But then again, doesn't mean that like some third-party developers or people who would like to see some particular widget happen, would it be in OBS, would it be in Studio in the future? We would like to make that possible.
Yeah, I love that. I think Alexa had a really good point that unfortunately we cannot build OBS, right? Like we don't control a lot of those, especially when you guys mentioned, so OBS is open source. It's a little bit different, but tools like Zoom or Wirecast definitely have their own kind of systems in place, which we cannot necessarily influence directly. So that's one limitation to keep in mind. That's why a lot of those things, great things that you see are happening in studio because we have full control here. And that's where we can really take your feedback and implement it, versus other things will definitely be much more complicated. Speaking of Zoom, that's not Zoom the tool, that's zooming in, right? Zooming in physically. Will we be able to add tools like zooming in and zooming out if you're using Studio for live events from your phone? Because it will be very handy to use that in for camera, right? Like, so if you're using
Yeah.
Studio from your mobile device or maybe tablet, to be able to kind of like control the zoom of your camera. Is that something that we could build with API already? Because it sounds like what you were showing, that you just need an app, right? With
yeah, but not exactly with this particular feature. If you're talking about zoom in, zoom out, we were considering this feature to build, and we have it definitely on the ideas Restream.io. So make sure you go and upvote it. For now, it's not possible to build it with API, but we have it as a feature request in our visible list, I would say. So it's not like the top requests, but we know about this feature, and it will be available in Studio one day.
One day. I love our timelines. One day. But yes, upvoting those features in ideas.restream.io really helps, because that shows us the demand. It shows us the level of interest to it. So it does sound like a small thing, right? Like if you just add one vote to it, but it does cumulatively affect what we prioritize on our roadmap. So it's definitely something for you to keep in mind and upvote and keep adding those ideas. A few more questions and then some Restream love, and then we'll be wrapping up. So this one is about our player. On your live player for embedding into websites, it's coded with, I believe it says iframe. Iframe. My website doesn't allow iframe coding. Is there another code that I could use for my website to embed?
Unfortunately, no. So it's exactly what we use for the embedding of the player. And yeah, so we use an iframe where we display our player. And unfortunately, like as of this moment, it's not possible to work around it.
As a workaround, you can use
YouTube. Yeah, I was going to say my only suggestion, it's not as clean as our player because it will have YouTube branding and YouTube stuff around it, such as YouTube logos, suggestions for the next videos. That's why in a lot of our materials, we do not use that. We use our own player, but it is a workaround. And as you stream on YouTube, you can,
if you have any specific event which you don't want to be visible on YouTube, you can do unlisted events and
yes, absolutely.
And I would also add, like, if you have access to at least some settings of, for example, like of the hosting or the CMS that you use for your website, like in your content security policy, like you currently, it looks like you have iframes disabled at all. You can set it to trust iframes from Restream.io. And I can also imagine, I'm not aware of YouTube, I will need to test it, but I can imagine that a lot of other platforms, they would also use iframes for their player, and they also wouldn't work if iframing is not allowed.
Makes sense. Question about integration with streaming to fourth wall. I am not familiar with this platform, so I don't know.
There I am.
Yeah, it's not something that we integrate directly through API, but you do have an option to stream customer TMP to any platform or any place that takes our TMP key. So that would be something worth testing. And depending on the size of that platform, since we haven't heard of it, it's probably not very big, but we're always on the lookout for emerging platforms and places that are generating some hype. So if it's something that you see growing rapidly, we will definitely have a look. But for now, custom or TMP probably would be the way to go for this one. And a question about will Restream ever have a virtual ability to use green screens for the background? We already do have that. We are very much in love with our real non-virtual background here in studio, but we can probably do a quick demo and go to our virtual backgrounds and have it changed for a quick second. Let's see. Maybe not the best idea.
Yeah, not the best, because we don't have green screen now.
Well, yeah, because we don't have a green screen, it's not really perfect, but you can see that the ability is there. So imagine if we actually had a green screen, we could have been less patchy here, but this is already, but that's already included in Studio, so you can easily use that. And I'm going to turn it off because, of course, we are big fans of our real background. We had a conversation when Charles and I had a live stream virtual backgrounds versus real backgrounds. And we, of course, tend to love the real ones because they look more professional. There are a lot of little things you can change there. They are a little bit more work because you have to invest in building them and kind of like thinking them through. But it's, in my opinion, always worth it. So, but yes, sometimes green screen is needed just to hide something messy, especially if you're on the go. So in studio, it's already integrated. So check it out next time you stream. And now some love for Restream because I can't help myself. When someone just says, "Whoa, amazing! That's so good to see." This is about something we shared earlier about our APIs and demos. Really good to see. And then this little story, Restream for the win. We during my live stream last Friday, a thunderstorm rolled out and took out my power, but the music and the chat kept going during my absence. I think what happened there is you probably used upload and stream because otherwise I don't know. If there's a lot of
I
room in the world of live stream.
I think it's regarding studio. So
Yeah, so
Oh.
again, studio has a few minutes until like actually more than a few minutes if you drop out during the live stream. So you still have time to reconnect, and of course, like while you won't be there, yeah, the background music would be there, and if you show the chat, your viewers will have to entertain themselves
And talk.
for a couple of minutes, yeah, until you come back.
Oh my god, that's so cool. I love that. Yeah, so of course, this is something that we offer, but I do want to do a shameless plug for upload and stream. Yes, I was in the studio. Awesome. Thank you so much for clarifying that. It's upload and stream is another way to use Restream and push pre-recorded videos, especially if it's music or something like a demo, and send it to all your social platforms to appear as live. In that case, no amount of power outages, thunderstorms, tsunamis, or your laptop thrown into the river is going to prevent you from going live and from your viewers to interact with each other. The bonus thing is if you pre-create that video and send it live through upload and stream, it's going to appear as live and your chatters, your viewers can talk. And you can also chime in and actually join that chat and respond to them with text while your pre-recorded video is playing. So it's a pretty cool feature. It's been around for a long time. We call it upload and stream. Once you enter Restream dashboard and your main playground, you can select how you stream. One way is OBS, the other one is Studio, and the other one is pre-recorded video. So that's how you get there. Check it out. It's a really good one for kind of always on channels, music, and things like that. So I felt like if thunderstorm is your thing, if it happens a lot and power goes away, pre-recorded videos might be your lifesavers. LinkedIn. We have a comment from William, and he's saying, shout out to Kowinski in the background, the album. Yes, it's very real. The studio is very real, and we handpicked a lot of this little elements and we change them around. We have our little YouTube shorts. If you move, we will show the logo of the shorts. So, here we go. So we have shorts to kind of hint on our clips. And yes, Kavinsky is right there. It's a beautiful album, beautiful cover. And shout out to William. Awesome. All right. I think this is pretty much it. We are going to wrap it up. I'm going to stop asking you to ask the questions as we're finishing this. A big round of applause to all of you guys. I'm actually going to make us all equal here for a second. It's not what I expected. I wanted us to be like this, a little bit more wide angle. Here we go.
It's not that easy to make everyone equal. So.
Do you want to be circles? Do you want to be no, we'll make everyone as equal as we can. But no, honestly, this was such a wonderful show. I know some of us were nervous. Some of us were nervous and didn't tell anybody that we were nervous. But it's always super fun to do kind of like deep tech talks with experts. So thank you very much, first and foremost, for all of you to show up here. Alex, for coming to Austin just for this show. Obviously, this is the only reason you're here. For Alexa building this awesome demos and creating all this stuff for the team. And Andrew for joining in for the first time. I know you're very busy. CTO has a lot of work to do at Restream, but he was here today to answer our questions and to talk to people. We are going to continue doing Ask Me Anything with our developers as we go. So this is not the last one when you have access to this, guys. They will be probably back in a couple of months. So stay tuned and prepare your questions. Explore our developer portal. It is really, really cool. And there's a lot to do there. So I'm going to drop that link real quick one more time. It's developers.restream.io. Check it out, test it, break it, use it and abuse it, and let us know what you think, because your feedback is what drives us every day. Big thank you to our co-producer Charles. Today he was pinning all these chat messages and making everything work for us, including adjusting scenes and making some decisions on the fly, and reminding us that we had live clips happening and dropping as we were streaming. Big thanks to Grant. He was monitoring our chat on YouTube, and of course to the whole Restream team, and most importantly to the viewers, because you chose to hang out with us for this past 2 hours. And you, of course, have a lot of cool things to do as well, but you chose to stay with us. Ask your questions, provide your feedback, and we're super grateful and can't wait to bring more to you. Any last words for you guys? Well, I'm sitting my cards out.
I will stop.
Just hearts. All right, then.
Just use two again.
Cool. And yes, subscribe to our YouTube. That's a good one. All right, let's roll.